Beloved, your words and your thoughts are the passwords to your destiny. Just as you guard your bank PIN, you must also guard the PIN of your mind. For the numbers you choose are not only digits, they are vibrations. They hold the key to wealth, health, and supply. Change your PIN to these 4 sacred numbers: faith, word, expectancy, and gratitude. This is the divine combination that opens the vault of heaven. When you align yourself with these 4 codes, money does not delay. It hastens to you, it multiplies overnight, and it finds you by divine right. Faith is the first number. Without faith, nothing moves. Faith is the unseen key that tells the universe, I already possess my wealth. With faith, you no longer beg, you command. The word is the second number. Every word you speak is a decree. Say not, I am poor, for that is a pin that locks the door. Declare instead, I am rich in the substance of God. My supply appears now. Your word is your wand, and it strikes open the treasure chest of heaven. Expectancy is the third number. What you expect, you attract. If you expect lack, lack comes swiftly. But if you expect miracles, then miracles arrive like the dawn. Go to bed expecting money, and money grows by morning. Expect gifts, expect opportunities, expect increase, and the universe will not disappoint you. Gratitude is the fourth number. Gratitude multiplies what you have. When you bless the little becomes much. When you are thankful for 1 coin, it becomes a stream, and that stream becomes a river. Gratitude is the vibration that tells the universe, I am ready for more. Now, combine these 4 numbers, faith, word, expectancy, gratitude, and you hold the master key. Change the pin of your heart and your mind, and watch as wealth answers swiftly. As Florence Scovel Shinn declared, the invisible supply is inexhaustible, unfailing, and immediate. Tonight, before you close your eyes, whisper this truth. I change my pin to faith, word, expectancy, and gratitude. Money comes to me by divine right, and it grows by morning, and so it is. Faith is the first number, the first secret digit in the code that unlocks abundance, and without it, nothing can move in your favor. Faith is not a wish, nor is it a fragile hope. It is a knowing, a quiet command to the unseen that says, I already have what I ask for. Faith is the invisible bridge between desire and demonstration. When you shift your inner pin to faith, you take the first and most powerful step into wealth. Money answers to faith because faith has no resistance, no hesitation, no doubt. It speaks as though the wealth is already present, and in that conviction, it compels the universe to obey. Consider this when you walk into a dark room. You do not question if the switch will bring light. You flick it and expect illumination. That is faith. You do not debate with yourself or argue with the darkness. You simply act, knowing the light will appear. So it is with wealth. You must flick the switch of faith and not linger in hesitation. Faith does not chase, faith claims. Faith does not beg, faith commands. Faith does not look at appearances and shrink. Faith looks beyond appearances and declares, the substance is mine, and it manifests now. The mind that is anchored in faith does not worry when the purse is empty, for it knows the supply is invisible, inexhaustible, and instant. The one who doubts closes the vault, but the one who believes already stands inside the treasury. There is no mountain too high for faith to move, no locked door it cannot open, no barren place it cannot flood with provision. It is the currency of the divine, and once you spend it, you are never in lack. Faith is not passive, it is alive, breathing, vibrating through your words, your thoughts, and your emotions. When you declare with faith, you set the law in motion. If you say, I am rich, with faith, then the riches of heaven begin their march toward you. If you say, money comes to me easily, with faith, then avenues of supply open where before there were none. Without faith, the words fall like seeds on barren soil, but with faith, those same words spring into a garden of wealth. You may ask, how do I know if I am speaking with faith or with fear? Look to the feeling behind your words. If you are tense, anxious, or doubtful, then fear has laced your declaration. But if you speak with peace, certainty, and joy, then faith is present. Faith feels like rest, even when appearances scream lack. Faith feels like security, even when your hands are empty. Faith feels like victory, even when the battle has not yet begun. When you change your PIN to faith, you shift your vibration into alignment with the divine supply that never fails. Faith is not dependent on circumstances. Faith does not ask, "How will this happen?" Faith simply says, "It is done." You may not see the path, but faith assures you that the path exists. You may not hold the coin yet, but faith assures you that the coin is already on its way. You may not know the source, but faith assures you that the source is God, and God never runs dry. Faith calls things which are not as though they are. It stands tall in the face of impossibility and refuses to bend. Faith is the voice that whispers in the night, "All is well." Money grows by morning. It is the steady flame that does not flicker when winds of doubt blow. Faith is the firm step that walks as if the road were already paved. It is the hand that knocks, not once but until the door is opened. And the door always opens to faith. The one who walks by faith lives above appearances. They do not measure supply by what is in the bank, but by the endless storehouse of heaven. They do not speak of debt, but of cancellation. They do not confess lack, but plenty. They do not say, "I cannot," but "I already have." And as they speak, the invisible becomes visible, the unseen becomes seen, and the impossible becomes inevitable. Let faith be your first digit, your first key, your first code. Speak your affirmations with it, act with it, expect with it. Say aloud, "I hold the key of faith, and my wealth appears now by divine right." Let this be more than words, let it be the living law that governs your being. For once you anchor yourself in faith, the second number, the power of the word, will fall into place, and your code will begin to take shape. The second number in the code of wealth is the word, and the word is law. What you speak shapes what you live. The tongue is not a small thing. It is the steering wheel of your destiny, the one that casts the spell of your life. You can speak yourself into poverty, and you can speak yourself into riches. The difference lies in the vibration that leaves your lips. Words are not idle, they are seeds. Each one drops into the fertile soil of the unseen, and sooner or later it must bring forth fruit. That is why the wise do not use their words carelessly. They understand that the vault of heaven responds to the spoken decree. When you say, "I cannot afford this," you close a door. When you say, "I always struggle with money," you write a law that the universe must fulfill. But when you declare, "Money comes to me easily and endlessly," you have unlocked a current that flows without resistance. Words are the keys to the invisible supply. Florence Scovel Shinn taught that your word is your wand, and it strikes open hidden doors that no man could force. Think of the power in creation. The world was spoken into being. Light appeared because of the word, "Let there be light." The seas, the stars, the earth, all were summoned by divine command. If the Creator fashioned the universe with words, then you, being made in the image and likeness of the Creator, fashion your universe with your words as well. The bank of heaven listens not to your complaints, but to your decrees. The great danger is that many speak without awareness. They repeat the language of lack so often that it becomes the very password to their life. They say, "I never have enough," and indeed, they never do. They say, "I am always in debt," and debt binds them like chains. They do not realize that each word is a pin, either locking the vault or releasing its treasures. You must guard your words as jealously as you guard your wealth. You would not throw your bank card to the wind. Why then would you throw careless words into the atmosphere? Change your word, and you change your world. Speak wealth, and wealth will find you. Speak abundance, and abundance rushes in. Speak joy, and joy multiplies. Speak prosperity, and prosperity cannot stay away. The word is the vibration that sends the signal to the universe. If faith is the foundation, the word is the voice that carries that faith into form. Without the word, faith has no expression. With the word, faith becomes visible substance. When you rise in the morning, speak prosperity into your day. Say, "This is a day of increase. This is a day of favor. This is a day where money flows to me in divine order." Speak it until your heart believes it, for repetition plants faith deep into the soil of the subconscious. When doubts whisper, answer them with words of truth. Say, "I am supplied. I am supported. I am rich in every way." Do not let your tongue repeat the suggestions of fear. Correct yourself in an instant, for each word either builds your fortune or delays it. Words carry a vibration that lingers. You may forget what you spoke yesterday, but the universe does not. The vibration continues until it manifests. That is why you must speak deliberately, speak with intention, and speak with authority. Say, "Wealth is mine by divine right, and it appears now." Say, "Unexpected money comes to me, and it stays with me." Say, "Every door of good is open, and no man can shut it." These are not empty lines. They are decrees backed by the law of the word. The word does not ask for evidence, it creates evidence. If you wait until you see money before you declare money, then you are not using the word, you are using sight. But when you declare money in the absence of money, that is the word in its highest power. It calls the unseen into the seen. It tells the empty purse, "You are full." It tells the empty hand, "You are supplied." It tells the barren path, "You are rich with opportunities." And soon, the purse fills, the hand overflows, the path blossoms. Some say, "But I do not want to lie." You are not lying when you speak abundance into being. You are declaring a higher truth. Appearances may suggest lack, but appearances are not the final reality. They are shadows that change the moment the light is spoken. The higher truth is that wealth already exists for you in the invisible. Your words are the command that draws it into form. To speak wealth is to align with truth. To speak lack is to align with illusion. Let your tongue become your ally. Let it be soaked in affirmations of increase. Train it to declare abundance in every situation. If an expense arises, say, "This is covered with ease." If a need appears, say, "The supply is here." If a bill arrives, say, "I bless this bill, and I bless the wealth that pays it." When you bless, you multiply. When you curse, you block. Every word is a choice. Do you bless or do you block? As the word flows from faith, it prepares the way for expectancy. For when you declare with conviction, your heart begins to anticipate its fulfillment. You speak, and then you expect. The word plants the seed, expectancy waters it. Together they grow into manifestation. And so, the second number in the pin of wealth is spoken power, and once aligned with faith, it leads you naturally into the vibration of expectancy, where miracles hasten to meet you. Expectancy is the next number in the divine code, and it is the magnet that draws all good swiftly into your experience. Faith sets the foundation, the word gives the command, and expectancy is the open door through which manifestation walks in. What you expect with certainty, you invite. What you doubt, you push away. The universe is sensitive to the atmosphere of your inner being. It listens not only to what you say, but to what you secretly anticipate. If your words declare abundance, but your heart secretly expects lack, the vibration of expectancy overrules the vibration of the spoken word. That is why expectancy is so powerful. It is the inner agreement with the outer declaration. To expect is to hold out your hand in confidence, knowing that what you desire is on its way. It is the child who sets the table before dinner, not because food is visible, but because they are certain it is coming. Expectancy is faith clothed in feeling. It is the emotional vibration that says, "It is mine already." And because it is mine already, I look for it. I prepare for it, I welcome it. You do not wait with closed hands, you wait with open arms. So many people sabotage their own good by living in negative expectancy. They rise in the morning expecting delays, expecting lack, expecting disappointment, expecting to struggle with bills, and the universe must answer the dominant vibration of their inner forecast. Expectation is a seed that cannot lie. If you expect storms, storms will come. If you expect sunshine, sunshine will rise. It is not the outer world that decides your weather, it is the climate of your expectancy. The one who masters expectancy lives in the joy of anticipation. They look forward to surprises, to gifts, to miracles. They are never anxious about how supply will arrive, because expectancy does not bother with the method, it trusts the law. Just as you drop a seed into the earth without watching the soil every moment, expectancy knows the process is unfolding and rests in joy. You do not dig up the seed to check if it is sprouting, you water it and smile, knowing the harvest is inevitable. Expectation is vision. It sees the invisible before it arrives. When you expect abundance, your eyes notice opportunities you would have missed. You walk into a room differently when you expect favor. You speak with confidence when you expect agreement. You radiate certainty when you expect wealth. And that certainty draws the very things you anticipated. Your expectancy acts as an unseen invitation, summoning the right people, the right circumstances, the right channels. Expectancy must be practiced. Just as one trains the tongue to speak only abundance, one must also train the heart to expect only increase. This means when fear suggests, "What if it doesn't work?" you replace it with, "What if it works better than I imagined?" When doubt whispers, "Money may not come," you answer, "Money comes swiftly, and it grows by morning." Expectancy is the discipline of hope, made solid and unshakable. It refuses to entertain pictures of failure. It clings to the vision of success. Begin to expect miracles daily, not only in great matters but in the smallest. Expect ease when you travel. Expect kindness from strangers. Expect gifts in unexpected places. Expect doors to open that seemed locked. As you train yourself in small expectations, your confidence grows for the greater. Soon you will find yourself expecting large sums of money, unexpected windfalls, promotions, and divine opportunities, and because you expect them, they arrive. The secret is to feel the joy of already receiving. When you expect, you rejoice before the blessing shows. That joy itself is the signal that attracts the manifestation. Gratitude belongs to what you have seen. Expectancy belongs to what you are about to see. Gratitude says, "Thank you for this gift." Expectancy says, "Thank you in advance for what is coming." And both together multiply your supply beyond measure. You may ask, how can I expect when my past has been filled with disappointment? The answer is to release the past and re-pin your mind to a new vibration. Your past was shaped by old codes, old numbers, old pins that locked the vault. Now you have changed the combination. You no longer expect based on memory. You expect based on divine law. Just because you missed harvest before does not mean the soil is barren. The seed you plant now, watered by expectancy, will surely bloom. Expectation is also trust in divine timing. Some blessings come instantly, like money showing up the same day. Others unfold like a flower that needs a season. But expectancy rests in both. It does not demand or chase, it calmly anticipates. It knows the morning always follows the night, and so too does manifestation follow the vibration of expectancy. Hold this in your spirit. What I expect, I attract. Let it be your daily chant. Rise in the morning and say, "I expect good news today. I expect checks in the mail. I expect favor in every interaction. I expect abundance to find me swiftly." Speak it, feel it, and watch how quickly your world aligns with your anticipation. As you live in expectancy, you prepare the stage for gratitude. Expectancy sets the table, gratitude blesses the feast. The one who expects without gratitude misses the final key in the code, but the one who combines both opens the vault wide. And so, with expectancy alive in your spirit, you now move toward the fourth number in the sacred combination, the power of gratitude, which multiplies the little into much and causes wealth to overflow. Gratitude is the fourth number in the divine code, the vibration that seals the combination and multiplies the treasure once it begins to flow. Faith sets the foundation, the word gives the decree. Expectancy opens the door, but gratitude keeps the supply in motion and increases it without limit. Gratitude is not a polite gesture, it is a spiritual force. It is the language of the soul that says to the universe, "I see the blessing, I honor the blessing, I am ready for more." To be ungrateful is to close the channel, but to be grateful is to widen it until it becomes a river that never runs dry. When you give thanks, you affirm that what you have is already enough, and because the universe responds to vibration, it mirrors that truth by multiplying your good. The one who complains blocks their own flow, but the one who gives thanks, even for the smallest coin, unlocks wealth beyond measure. For complaint is the sound of lack, but gratitude is the song of abundance. It tells the invisible supply that you recognize its presence, and recognition is what makes it expand. Begin to practice gratitude not only for what has already appeared, but for what is still unseen. Thank God for the money that has not yet reached your hand. Thank the universe for the doors that are opening, even before they swing wide. Gratitude is prophetic, it gives thanks for tomorrow's harvest today. When you rise in the morning, whisper, "Thank you for the wealth that grows by morning. Thank you for the money on its way. Thank you for the miracles already unfolding." When you go to bed at night, say, "I bless this day for its hidden riches, and I give thanks that tomorrow brings even more." In this vibration, you live in perpetual increase, because gratitude prepares the heart to receive again and again. Gratitude is magnetic. When you bless your money, it multiplies. When you thank your wallet, it grows heavy with supply. When you look at a bill and say, "I am grateful that this is paid with ease," you turn what could have been a burden into a channel for blessing. Each act of gratitude transforms energy. What once was a chain becomes a door. What once was a lack becomes a seed. Gratitude alchemizes the ordinary into the extraordinary. Even when circumstances appear barren, gratitude finds the hidden wealth within them. A closed door becomes a divine redirection. A delay becomes preparation for a greater supply. Gratitude does not complain about what has not yet appeared. It rejoices that something better is on the way. To live in gratitude is to walk in unshakable faith, because gratitude declares, "I already see my good, even if my eyes cannot yet behold it." Gratitude must not be a passing mood, it must be a lifestyle. Train yourself to bless everything. Bless your food, bless your home, bless your body, bless your work, bless your income. Bless the coins, bless the notes, bless the gifts, bless the promises. Bless the people who give to you, bless the people who serve you, bless even those who seem to oppose you, for all are instruments in the great symphony of your supply. Gratitude expands what it touches, and when it becomes your constant atmosphere, wealth becomes inevitable. There are those who say, "I will be grateful when I have more," but that is not gratitude, that is transaction. True gratitude is thankful in advance. It does not wait for manifestation. It celebrates before manifestation arrives. This is the power that multiplies. For if you can give thanks when you have only a seed, then the seed will blossom into harvest. If you can bless the coin becomes a purse. If you can bless the purse becomes a storehouse. And if you can bless the storehouse, it becomes a treasury without end. Practice speaking gratitude into every corner of your life. When money comes, no matter the amount, say, "Thank you for this gift, and thank you for the greater that follows." When an opportunity appears, say, "Thank you for this door, and thank you for the many doors now opening." When someone shows you kindness, say, "I bless this kindness, and I thank the universe that kindness returns to me multiplied." Each thank you is a key that unlocks greater riches. Gratitude also heals the heart of envy and comparison. When you are grateful, you no longer covet what belongs to another, because you know your own supply is secure. Gratitude frees you from the illusion of competition. It roots you in the truth that your wealth comes from the divine, and the divine is infinite. You do not need to steal, chase, or fear. Gratitude keeps you steady in the knowing that what is yours cannot be lost, and what is for you must appear. As you dwell in gratitude, you become luminous. People are drawn to those who are thankful, because gratitude radiates abundance. Opportunities are magnetized to those who bless every step, because gratitude emits a frequency of increase. The grateful heart never lacks, for it always finds wealth in every place it stands. So change the pin of your spirit to gratitude. Let every thought bend toward thanksgiving. Let every word carry blessing. Let every action flow from appreciation. For when you combine gratitude with faith, word, and expectancy, you have aligned every digit of the sacred code, and the vault of heaven cannot remain closed. Gratitude completes the circuit, and wealth rushes forth to meet you, not in trickles but in floods. And now, with gratitude alive in your being, the vault is ready to open fully. The code is complete, the vibration is aligned, and the door swings wide to reveal the inexhaustible riches of the divine supply that have always been yours by right. When the four numbers align, when faith has been anchored, the words spoken, expectancy alive, and gratitude overflowing, the vault cannot remain closed. The divine code is complete, and the invisible treasure house answers with perfect order. There is no delay, no resistance, no obstruction when all 4 digits are turned. The vault opens, and what once seemed locked away in the unseen rushes forth into the scene. It does not trickle in small streams, it pours like a flood. For when the law is obeyed, manifestation is certain. Wealth does not come as a chance gift. It comes as an inevitable response to alignment with divine law. The vault is not somewhere far away. It is not a hidden chamber in the clouds, nor is it locked in distant places. The vault of wealth exists within you and around you. It is the invisible storehouse of supply that has always belonged to you. Each thought of faith, each word of truth, each expectation of good, each note of gratitude has been depositing into this vault. You have been building your fortune in the unseen every time you aligned with the code. Now, when the final number clicks into place, the door swings wide, and what has been accumulating flows into your experience. The vault opens in mysterious ways. It may open as an opportunity, a sudden idea, a connection, a gift, an unexpected check, a promotion, a breakthrough you could never have planned. The form does not matter. What matters is the certainty that the vault always responds. The supply may come through the channels of men, but its source is divine. You need not concern yourself with the how, for the law handles that perfectly. Your work was to align the code, the law's work is to release the wealth. When the vault opens, there is no fear of loss. What comes by divine right cannot be taken, cannot be diminished, cannot be delayed. It belongs to you as surely as light belongs to the sun. There is no need to cling, no need to hoard. The vault is inexhaustible. As one treasure flows, another follows. As one door opens, 10 more stand ready. The vault does not open once, it remains open to the consciousness that holds the code. You do not have to earn it again, prove yourself again, strive again. You have the combination, and once known, it is forever yours. Imagine standing before a vast treasury, walls lined with gold, shelves filled with jewels, tables heavy with silver, rivers of coin flowing endlessly. This treasury is not fantasy, it is the spiritual truth of supply. And you are not a beggar at the gate, you are the rightful heir. The vault opens not because you pleaded, but because you aligned. It opens not because of luck, but because of law, and law cannot fail. The wealth that pours from the vault is not only money, though money flows richly, it is also health, love, joy, ideas, and opportunities. The vault contains every good thing you could ever desire. It is the fullness of life in all its expressions, for wealth is not numbers alone. It is the richness of being fully supplied in every area. When the vault opens, lack disappears, limitation vanishes. You stand in a new atmosphere, where every need is met before it is spoken, where every desire is satisfied before it is formed. This is the life of divine abundance, and it is the life you are meant to live. Do not wonder if the vault will open for you, it must. The code has been given, and you have entered it. Faith unlocked the foundation, the word struck the command, expectancy opened the door, gratitude sealed the vibration, and now the vault cannot resist. Just as the key turns the lock without fail, so too does the code of wealth turn the laws of supply in your favor. What you once thought difficult is now effortless. What you once thought delayed is now instant. What you once thought impossible is now inevitable. Let your heart rejoice in the knowing. Say within yourself, the vault is open, my riches are released, money flows to me now, supply pours in from every direction, opportunities appear in divine order. I am the heir of infinite treasure, and my vault is never empty. Speak these words not as a plea, but as a fact. Feel the weight of truth behind them. Walk as though the vault is already pouring its riches at your feet. Spend, give, receive, and live as though the treasury is unending, because it is. The opening of the vault is the beginning of a new life. You are no longer bound by old limitations, no longer tied to fear of lack, no longer enslaved by doubt. You live in freedom now, because wealth is freedom. Freedom to create, to bless, to expand, to live fully. The vault was never locked against you. It waited only for you to align with its code. Now that you have, it opens gladly, and it will never close to the consciousness that remembers the numbers. And so, as you step forward, know that you carry the key forever. The vault of heaven is your inheritance, and you have unlocked it. Wealth surrounds you, flows through you, and multiplies for you. The combination is complete, the treasure is yours, and the supply is endless. Beloved, you now hold the sacred code. You have changed the pin of your spirit to faith, to the word, to expectancy, and to gratitude. And the vault of heaven stands open before you. Lack is behind you, increase is before you, and abundance surrounds you now. Walk boldly into this new life, not as one who pleads, but as one who commands. Speak with authority, live in expectancy, rejoice in gratitude, and let your faith be unshakable. Say with me, the vault of wealth is open. Money grows by morning. Every door of good is mine by divine right, and I receive it now with joy and thanksgiving. And so it is.